Hey everybody, Ira Miller here with Homes Around the Villages YouTube channel, and it is Monday, December 2nd. December already. Man, I'm like, whoa, put the brakes on here because it's coming way too, Christmas is coming way too quick. I mean, I love this season, and man, I guess whatever you love, it just happens too quick or whatever. Just like my vacation. That vacation in Mexico for a week while it was happening was wonderful. Man, now I think it's been like 3 weeks since I was in Mexico, and I don't know if I showed y'all my screensaver that I have. That's my new screensaver of my I'm early, by the way, for once. 5:59. I started at 5:58. So welcome everybody. Let me just kind of go down the line here. So Rich A, you are number one out of the gate. Good for you. Thank you for showing up. Can you show some homes from Stonecrest? Oh, sure. I think you mentioned Stonecrest to me. Interested in 3-2 or 2-2 with a bonus room. Yeah. So around 400 grand. Racer Dude is up. Hello. Chili Case and Hammock. Hello from cold Tallahassee. Hello from cold Villages, Florida. So let me do this. Christian put up the weather for us. Weather at DuckDuckGo. Interesting, Christian. 60 degrees. And then it's going to go all the way down to 37. 37. And then tomorrow, 36. And then the next day, 34. This is Florida. We're not used to this. Maybe in January and February. Certainly not the first start of December. So, yeah.
White Christmas?
It'd be nice. We don't get white Christmases here. Rich. Stonecrest, my man. Stonecrest. Stonecrest. Let's go. Let's go 375 to 450. How's that? 10 matches. Okay. Look over in the left. Well, what is that? That's what appears to be my right, which is really my left. So anyways, 10 matches. And what do we have with our 10 matches? Right here. Here they are. So number one. Somebody talking to me? Let's see. Pardon me while okay. Search. Okay. This is number one. So here on my screen, you guys can watch me do this. I was doing this with a lady named Paige today, but here's my map. So I can click that. And so this home is on the golf course for $387, and it's 2,166 square feet living area. So let me do one thing real quick. All right, one thing real quick. And this is no way meant to demean the villages in any way, but the villages. And we're going to get rid of, well, I'll copy and paste. cut it. Okay. So what's going on? What do you mean? Oh, no matches. Okay, 132 matches now between 375 and 450 on the golf course. So let's tell my little friend here, my little search tool, on the golf course. Where is it? Lot. Here we are. Lot features. On the golf course. And square footage. So we're gonna go 1900 to 2100. How's that? One match on the golf course, and it's on Madero for $449. So look at this home, okay, on the golf course. Looks very similar to this home, doesn't it? So there's really 50, 60, about $65,000 difference. And then this other one, going back. Don't you like the way I can go back and forth? 1,969 square feet. It's a 1997 home. Let's just take a look at it because we're going to do some comparables. How's that? Okay, so there you go. So they have, this is a stamped, they call it a stamped driveway. And I'm just going to go kind of quickly through it just so we can make a comparison. So they have LVP in here. They have laminate counters, old style appliances. These cabinets probably need to be painted. Okay, so this is like the Royal Palm model or Cypress. Royal Palm or Cypress, not a very popular, to be honest with you. Over here is where your kitchen is. It's in there. So this home is not an open kitchen, but $449 on the golf course. Been on the market 68 days. Let's see where it started. I started at $449, so they probably, after 70 days, it's time to drop it. All right, back to where we were over here for Rich, and we're just going to keep going, but I just wanted to show you this, show you the comparison on the golf course. So at least you have stainless steel appliances. Granite countertops. That other one didn't have granite. Wainscoting, they call it. Open kitchen. This is an open kitchen concept. So, anyways, so this is in the lanai. They've enclosed the lanai here, and a pretty big, let's see, let me go back. Yeah, it's air conditioned up here. See that? So pretty big lanai, air conditioned lanai. That probably gives it, to be honest, that probably gives it the 2,166 square feet living area because they're including that lanai in the square footage. but does have a bird cage off of it. And there's the yard. Okay, so backyard, and then this is Stonecrest. All right, so there you go, 387. And that's been on the market a long time. I'm really surprised at that price. It started off at $479. Obviously way overpriced to start with. So they've come down almost $100,000. So they're coming to reality on this one. So this one has a golf cart garage at $396, overlooking the 15th hole on the golf course there. So this one, 2004, $396. Ooh, I like it. So there you go, Rich. This is for you. It's got the built-in fireplace with the TV over it. I love the staggered tile floors. Plantation blinds. No, those are plantation shutters. Nice granite. Look how beautiful that granite is. I think they probably painted these cabinets, but that's okay because it makes them look like the more recent style shaker cabinets, they call them. Has a tub with two sinks separating, across the room from each other, walk-in shower. Very nice. I'm going to just kind of fly through some of this stuff. Great lanai with an extended bird cage, $396. And you're right next door to the Villages. All right. Next. All right. I'm not a real big fan of side load garages in Stonecrest. I have a side load garage in my house, but I have 30 feet of driveway where I can come down and then swing in. It's a little tight. You see how they put a little extra apron there? It's a little tight coming out of your garage. Now look, this is 79. See over here, 79 pictures. We're not going to do 79 pictures. Let me tell you, these agents kill me with all these pictures. Here's the deal. Homes.com, and I don't know if they still do it, but Homes.com would tell you put as many pictures in there as you can. The more pictures, the higher your listing ranks in Homes.com. Well, 79 pictures, guys. There's got to be a bunch of redundancy in there. Anyways, this home is on the golf course. Nobody behind you. That's a good shot of the driveway. Okay. Crown molding. See what I'm saying? They're just like click, click, click. And just too much redundancy in pictures for me. Quartz countertops. Oh, good. They named it. 42-inch cabinets. So this one's been updated. Let me just go back, though. White appliances, I guess. We know the thing is stainless steel. I got a great appliance package at Lowe's for like $5,500. KitchenAid, all KitchenAid, top of the line stuff. $5,500. We can get you a deal. on the golf course. So, anyways, sorry to go through so fast, but 79 pictures. They brought it on themselves. 72 pictures. Straight in driveway. Open kitchen. All right, so y'all know I'm in the renovation business now, right? We're totally going through a lot of homes, tearing out all the tile, bringing in all the LVP throughout the whole home. One of the biggest resistance or one of the things that people don't like are multiple different flooring, right? And if there's way too many different floors, people just reject it right off the bat. But so I probably would have torn this tile out. Granite, stainless steel appliances.
Is there a best type of flooring for when trying to sell?
LVP, luxury vinyl planking, 2000. This home's 420. It's been on the market 6 days, 2008 square feet living area. Okay. Let's see. So 5. This looks like the same house, doesn't it? Except this house is all tile on a diagonal, which isn't bad. So black appliances, granite countertops. Tubs. A lot of people like tubs these days. Moment tub, walk-in shower. For $420, is that how much this one was? They have an extra bird cage coming off on 2 sides of the lanai, which is nice. Let's take Let's take a look at the home site sits on. All right, this backs up to another home. What year is this? 2015. Much older, much newer home. Okay. So 10-foot ceilings throughout, 2,000 square feet living area, and then you have all this stuff. So Rich, if you like any of these, let us know. I mean, if we haven't already sent them to you. Was listed originally at $429. Here's another side load. Ooh, this has a pool on the golf course. Wow, and a big pool cage, bird cage, pool cage. That's really nice. Let's get a little, there's your, what you were talking about, Rich, was 2 bedrooms and a den or something. There you go.
He said, too big of a house, want to stay around 1,400 to 1,500 square feet, no water view and no golf course, looking to keep my monthly expenses down. That was Rich A. No pool either.
Okay, well, you said around 400, so you can make an offer at 429, listed at 429. You can always make an offer. So that's up to you. If you're looking no pool, no golf course, then we probably need to be looking around 350 to 400 rather than the other way around. Let's see. Go to my criteria. Okay, 350 to 400. There's 6 matches there. We'll probably have some of the same ones, but let me see here. This price, 355. So here's a couple that we didn't see. Oh, that's on the golf course too. Dang. Well, and here's one thing that I will tell you. You know, we can come in and renovate this home. When you're buying at a lower price, come in and renovate it. And then the next one, I don't know about this one. Doesn't have a lot of character to it. But inside's pretty nice. You know, so there you go. We can take care of, look, stainless steel appliances, granite countertops, tile floors. All right. Anyways, that was a 2000, but 2021 upgrades. Okay, so there you go, Rich. That's a little peek at some homes in Stonecrest for you. Let's see here. Oh, I got to get back to being a big guy. There we go. Okay. All right. So,
Which is thanks.
anytime. That's what I'm here for. You know, and if you want me to set you up on an auto email, if we don't already have you set up on auto email, let us know, because that's another reason why we're here. Oh, Celsius. Just had a hoagie. That's weighing heavy. Pat and Jane in the house. So speaking of Pat and Jane, on top of the world, Wayborn Landing, Candler Hills. That's where Pat and Jane are looking. Oof, 32 degrees right now. Because we don't hit 32 till like 5 a.m. and then the sun comes up. Racer Girl, glad you could join us. Thank you for showing up tonight. Laura Lamp, oh, girlfriend, where you been? Haven't seen Laura on the show for a long time, but thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. 23. Wow. Got to come to Florida. Chicago, you see some snow, especially that lake effect stuff. We don't see that. And even though we're going to see some, where are we? Low 30s. So tomorrow, looks to me like that might have changed. Anyways, no. Anyways, yeah, very rarely were you going to see any 20s here. Now, this is supposed to be a cold winter. And if it's 23 degrees already in Chicago in the second day of December, I can't do it. Less than 40 hours until we close on our home. Not that I am counting. I'm counting, I'll tell you that right now, Corky. I can't wait for you. That's going to be awesome. Yes. And then we get together. So that's going to be great. So, Corky, while I have you, let me know when your orientation / walkthrough is going to go on. So I would like to be there. It's a little late for me, but if you have that time and day, let me know. I'll see what I can move around and try to get there. Okay. Freezing. Oh gosh, Elizabeth, 28, 23. Wait a minute. Missy Mo, hold up. Oh, okay. Missy Mo is in Case and Hammock. Hold up. Let me go back up here for a second. Racer Dude. Are you in the Villages? Missy's in the Villages. By the way, all of you people who are in the Villages, come see me. Let's chat. Let me know how it's going, what you're thinking, how you're doing, what you're loving, all that good stuff. Maybe we'll put you on a podcast. So, Christian, up here at the very top, if you want to contact my office and for services, if you like the content, wait a minute. I thought you were going to ask them about the podcast.
I have multiple. These are all the posts I go throughout the stream. So I have different messages I send out.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're going to go by his little list. I didn't know about the list.
Yeah. Though it is at the bottom now. So if you scroll to the bottom, they'll have that up.
All right, so he just threw it in there. Anyways, let's go back. I digress. Anyways, I want to know, Racer Dude, are you in the village of Quezon Hammock like Missy Mo? Or, I'm looking for it again, yeah. Or is there a town called Quezon Hammock? Adam says, so Laura, you're saying no snow. Adam's got the snow in Iowa. Oof. That's just amazing to me. It's just barely out of November. 2 days out of November, and there's snow all over the place. So happy December. Yeah, so Corky, he's in On Top of the World, literally and figuratively, right? So Elaine, thanks for joining us tonight. We're gonna get. Oh, wait a minute. Am I only at 6 o'clock? Ooh, I'm way behind.
We've had up to 85 people so far. So
Mike A. Orlando Buyer Beware Disabled Veteran Halloween Horror Story, Rolling Hills, Florida. What is all that?
might be a news story. Let me see.
You see that from Mike A at 6:01?
Yeah.
I usually don't get to watch the live stream as I work in my office on Mondays, but I am working from home today. And I am so happy to see you because I usually have to go to Skip Smith's live stream in order to see Laura. All right, so Pat says congratulations. Still better than Buffalo. I'm still wearing shorts. Who's the Villages?
Skip.
Oh my gosh, Skip Smith. Hey, look what I got. Look what I got. That's what I make my notes on. We're getting ready to go to Miriam here shortly. I'm just trying to get caught up.
So it looks like Breege is a building company.
Huh?
Breege is a real estate company that does new development. And so
In Orlando?
I guess they're doing one in Rolling Acres or Rolling Hills is what Mike A was saying. And so beware them. I'm not sure why though.
Rolling Hills?
Mm-hmm. They have a couple different things they're building on the map.
Hey, Clara May. So Clara May, how are you? That is a new name. So thank you for joining us tonight. Skip, put your parka on. Gosh. All right, Tom and Laura in the house. Florence Keenan. Thank you, Florence, for coming on. Hello. Appreciate it. If you have any questions for me, type those things out. That's what I'm here for. What movie is that line from? Oh, I see how it is. The much older legend. That's what my brother says to me. He goes, I only have one brother. He's my younger brother, but he's like, I want to introduce you to Ira, my much older brother. We're a year and a half apart. All right. So let's see. My mother loved her kitchen, dishwasher, Maytag, washer, and dryer. So I get it. Most concerned about the edge of the roof. I'm telling you, after about 10 years, the people around here are replacing that roof. Okay, too big. Okay, all right. Well, I'm up to you now, Rich. Too big of a house. Sorry about that. I got behind in going through all those houses. So, hey, 400, we're probably going to have to reduce that down. Okay. So Gary Winkle, that's what I'm into, patio builder or a Terra model and on top of the world. All right, Patrick. Thank you for joining us this evening. 68 in Cali. Not bad. What did we say? It was 60 here. So you guys are warmer than we are.
My phone's is 54.
I'm crying, walking my dog in the AM. All right, so Jason jumps in. Yeah, it sucks up here. Karen and I are freezing our blank off. 53 degrees now. You got to get down here, Jason. Got to get down here. Dude, let me just tell you, I cannot tell you how many people have seen that video with me and you playing the guitar. You see how I do this? I think I'm a left-handed guitar player because I've always done that. I'm playing righty for real, but whenever I do an air guitar, it's always like this. So maybe I need to go switch around to a lefty. Oh man, the walkthrough already happened. What? All right, plus they told me it was only for the homeowners. No outsiders allowed at that. Let me tell you something. I don't even want to hear that. If I bring you there as a referral, they're letting me in there. See, they're scared to death of me. I guess I kind of ruined the whole show for everybody. I don't know any other realtor that would probably show up anyways at the walkthrough. And that's kind of one of the reasons why I stopped doing it. But now they're saying no outsiders allowed. I'm a contractor, right? You can hire me. You can say, I hired Ira to be here with me today because he is a licensed contractor who now has his own company called I Am Renovations. Sorry, little shameless plug there. And we don't play that. I'm not playing that. I'll go right to the top on that one. Okay, so let's see. In the 20s. All right, so I'm in the Villages. Got here Thursday, Thanksgiving. Missy Mo is with me. Oh, well, wait a minute. Okay. So you guys got to come in and say, hey, that would be cool. I would love it. Went to see Johnny Wild Saturday night. Good show. Oh, man, that is Kevin and Karen's. Kevin, this dude is the biggest groupie I've ever seen. He loves Johnny Wild. All right, so we're caught up. Yes, ma'am, I will be with you, and I could be your long-lost brother. All right, so look, it is time for Miriam Bennett from Fairway Mortgage to answer any of your mortgage questions. And I'm sure y'all have to have a bunch of mortgage questions, right? Let's tie Miriam in. I gotta wear these to hear. Hello.
Hey, can you see me? My image is like a little bit frozen.
You are frozen. I guess it's really cold up there in Jacksonville.
Calm?
Cold.
Oh, yes.
That's
very
why you're
much so.
frozen. That's why you're frozen, Miriam.
Yes.
Went right over your head.
I heard
That was-
calm.
No, cold.
Very much so.
COLD, cold.
Yes, very, very cold. 60s.
60s?
Yes.
No. Let me tell you. It is not. It is. Where am I? You know where? It's 52 degrees here.
Ooh.
See that?
And St. Mary's is 48 degrees. That's where I'm right now.
Oh, okay. St. Mary's. Is that in
Yeah.
Orlando?
St. Mary's, Georgia.
Gotcha.
51 degrees in Jacksonville. 48 in St. Mary's.
And what's it going to go down to? Do you know?
Ooh, I don't know. I choose not to look.
Put Miriam's information up there for me, please. All right. Yeah, you're having a little issue with your video feed, but we can still hear you.
Okay,
So
that's good.
we can just see your mugshot right there on our.
I
there
don't
you
know
go.
why the video is frozen for whatever reason.
Wi-Fi.
Okay,
So,
that's probably what it is.
all right, Miriam, talk to us about interest rates.
Interest rates are doing great. It's time to buy. Rates actually they're being very stable. They're not going crazy. No direction. Very stable. Even though you see some changes in the market, that's not affecting much mortgage rate. I actually just quoted a VA loan today. It was still very low 6. You can still get some close. This kind of dating the high 5s, but nothing.
High fives.
Nothing. Yeah. So, but you gotta pay a little bit of points. But still, it's a very good rate compared to what we were just a few months ago in the high 6s and 7s, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so that's why I just want to reiterate what I always say about when buying a home. I just feel like there's so many people on the fence, waiting, praying, hoping, not wanting to get caught with a higher interest rate. They're not
Right.
high at all, but a higher, when we could always have the seller buy that rate down for you, the home buyer, if you're getting a
Correct.
mortgage. And so that's why, and home prices are down. Soon as those interest rates go down, what's going to happen with the market?
Yep.
Home
prices will go up.
prices are going to go up. So I hope everybody hears that. And I say that every week. I feel like I'm in a hole here. I say that every week. Please don't wait for interest rates to go down. We can buy them down to where they're probably going to be anyways, and we'll get the seller to pay for your origination points to lower your. And just like Miriam said, in the high fives now. I mean, that's where you could expect rates to be anyways. I don't ever think they're going to be in the fours. I mean,
No.
I could be
We'll
wrong,
probably be
but
in
I
the high
doubt it.
fours. Yeah, they'll be dancing with the high fours probably towards the end, like 3/4 of the way through 2025. We will have a good year this coming year. Thank God.
Yeah.
It's looking, the forecast is looking great. Again, nothing has became as predicted in the last 25 months. So we're just hoping that this time is the right forecast based on like a big economists and all the big dogs that they forecast for our mortgage rate. But the truth of the matter is, like, if you're going to just wait and keep waiting and keep waiting, the minute the media says that the interest rate has dropped, the mortgage rate has dropped, then you're going to generate a lot of buyers, which means it's going to generate a lot of competition in the market.
In other words, bidding wars. And that's one thing you want to avoid like the plague, because you're going to be paying more than you should. And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I keep preaching. You have to be smart about buying and waiting. I think, like, even if you're going to wait it out for interest rates to naturally get into the fives, by the Fed lowering rates, it's going to be a long time. Probably all next year, the Fed's going to drop it a quarter. Then 3 or 4 months later, drop it another quarter. And then, so they're not going to just say, here, we're going to drop it a whole point and, whatever, just to generate the real estate market. I kind of doubt it. But what'll happen is when you start seeing the Fed chairman drop it a quarter and then drop it again another, 2-3 months, another quarter, then rates are going down, and then there's going to be the frenzy, and you want to then you want to avoid that.
What we have seen a lot is that the right now actually there's a lot of price reduction in our area, and the sellers are taking lower offers just to be done with the listing of their home, and giving so much seller contribution, which it's going to be uncalled for when the rate drops, because there's so many buyers, they don't need to do that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was out showing homes today, and I showed Klaus and Tita a home, and I hope they're on the stream here, but it was $589 for this home. And then if I was going to tell them, if you're thinking about buying this home, I would offer $545 or maybe $550. But it needed work. I mean, it had a great lot, had a huge golf cart garage and huge garage. It just needed some updating. And I think they're too high to start with as it is. So we need to kind of make an offer and bring that on down. So that would have been my suggestion to them is, man, if it's at $590 and I'm saying $445, I mean, what's that, $45,000 dropping at 45 grand? That's a lot, because normally, let me show everybody something while we're here. If I go to here, criteria, sold, and this is for a home between 350, I'm going to say 500 actually. Oops. in the villages. There's 272 matches of homes sold. I'm going to say the last 30 days, right? All right, so 45 homes sold in the last 30 days. And let's see. Here's the sold price, the listing price. 95%, 95, 97, 100, 99, 100, 97, 100. So y'all just just understand that, you don't normally see anybody making lowball prices. And when you're seeing, you see it, cash, conventional. So when you're looking at days on market, looking at sold price, the listing price, nothing pretty much less than 95. There's a couple of 93s and 92, but for the most part, they're 98, 99, 100. Here's one. Somebody made a low ball, and somebody was just tired of, on Cabela. How long was that thing on the market? 12 days on the market, and they took a 451. They took almost $100,000. You just never know what somebody's acceptance.
They lowered it. They lowered it $100,000.
Well, back here, what they did was, where'd it go? On Cabela. Where'd it go? Not Carrera. Oh, here it is, Cabela Circle. They listed it at 535, 12 days on the market. See here, they accepted 451. So they went from 241 a square foot to 203 a square foot. I mean, they really drastically. So what is that? 35, you're 15, 16,000. So you're $84,000. They accepted an offer, $84,000. Less than asking. And they're on the market 12 days. So,
Wow, 84 grand. That's crazy.
yeah, that's that. So you have. That's why, they say you kick out the highs, you kick out the lows, and then you see what the average is.
So they're gonna take
97,
the market.
98. That's about average. For
So now the
pricing.
neighbors selling that. The neighbors selling their home.
Well, Laura's saying 50% of people. All right, so if we just use what we're using here, we're going to use these 45 matches between 350 and 500. That's kind of the sweet spot. And in the last 30 days, now what we want to see is how many people are having mortgages. All right, so we can see, here you go. So, yeah, probably convention, cash, convention, cash, convention. It's pretty close to 50%, what I'm seeing. Then you got a bunch of cashes right here, but then you got quite a few conventional. So, Laura, I'd say that's probably about right. From what I see right here is people are still getting mortgages. Now, the mortgages I see lately are people putting an incredible amount of money down. I see them putting 50% down, 60% down, and then mortgaging, just getting a small mortgage. So that seems to be more the norm today when you see these conventional loans that I showed you. So yeah, Laura, that seems to be right on. Which month is best to put one's house up for sale? It depends where, it depends on where you are, Racer Girl. I mean, you're in California, so I would say probably any time of the year. January, February, and March, I mean, that's when a lot of people are trying to get into warmer weather. So that seems to be a pretty good time to put your home on the market here in Florida. But we do see a lot of seasonal homes get on the market, something that somebody would buy as a seasonal home, a part-time home. Full-time homes we typically see in the summer, and that might seem kind of unusual to you, but what happens is families tend to buy homes in the summertime because they want to relocate their kids while they're out of school, once they've gotten out of school, to relocate them and start into a new school. And then once a family buys that retiree's home, that retiree is going to come down here to Florida with a pocket full of money and buy a home down here. So that's why the summer months down here work real well as well. So let's see. So hopefully, Racer Girl, that kind of helps. Anything else, Miriam? Anything special you can tell us about the mortgage world there?
Well, I am doing a special for everybody closing in December is getting reimbursed back for their appraisal or home inspection fee.
Wow.
So everyone that goes on a contract and closes in the month of December. Last year I extended it till January because there were people getting like last week of December, and I just thought it's fair to get in the contract and just give them the special. So if anybody's looking to refi or buy a home or looking to just do any sort of financing, you have that special if you want to consult.
That's huge. That's $400 or $500.
Yep.
So that's a great offer.
And
so
then
there you go.
The other thing that's happening right now is like a lot of customers that they are self-employed, they're preparing their finances because a lot of times when you have self-employed buyers, they file their taxes, they claim a lot of expenses. So we are now looking at their 2023 tax returns and preparing them to file their 2024 taxes correctly so we can qualify them for the loan.
Gotcha. All right. Cool. Ricky P has asked, well, Gary says I may be able to put 30 to 40 down once I'm finished with work, which is in 4 to 5 years, Gary. But that's a good chunk of change to put down and keep your mortgage payments down. Are 20-year mortgages possible?
Yes.
So you have a program for 20-year mortgages?
Correct. So we have, let me pull it out very quick. We have programs for 20, well, we can start from 10 years if they want to. Then we have a 15 years, we have a 20-year, and we have a 30-year. The 20-year and the 30-year have a very similar interest rate. The 15-year is where you still see the drop on the rate. What it makes it worth it, but yes, we have from 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30, and that's it. No 40 loans. They've been talking about maybe trying to introduce a 40-year term. I think it's a mistake, but because you're just buying more time and 10 years extra, but you're really not saving that much in the mortgage payments. And you're paying so much interest for 10 more years, right?
Those are called the jumbo loans?
Pardon me?
Those were called the jumbo loans?
No, the jumbo loan is actually a loan that is over the conventional loan limit, which the loan limit was actually just updated for 2025. And the conforming loan limits by county, right? So each county is different. Like if you buy a house in Miami, Florida, it's not going to be the same loan limit if you buy in St. Mary, Georgia. But the Fannie and Freddie Mac, just loan limits have increased from 766,550. Now it's going to 806,500. So if you're buying a house for $807,000
Mhm.
loan amount, that's going to be a jumbo loan. Anything below that is going to be a regular, traditional, conforming loan limit.
Nice.
The jumbo loan, surprisingly, they have a better rate than a conforming loan amount. Much better interest rate.
And for what?
It has a better rate. Better interest rates for jumbo loans. So
You
if you
said
get,
jumbo loans were higher.
they're higher in the loan amount, but they're lower on interest rates. Lower. The interest rate is lower
For a jumbo loan.
for a jumbo loan. Correct.
And that's a loan over the $806,000 mark.
500. Correct. Yep. So if you gain a loan amount over 806,500, that is a jumbo loan.
And you say interest rates are lower for jumbo loans?
Lower, yes. And the other tricky part is, which is a good thing for my jumbo loan customers, they don't pay mortgage insurance even if they put 10% down,
Wow.
right? So if you have a $900,000 home, you put 10% down, you don't pay mortgage insurance on it. Of
No
course, you're going to have
PMI.
a mortgage payments for an $800,000 loan, but you don't have mortgage insurance, which is very helpful, right? That could be.
Well, you
Well,
know, they might have that money socked away in an IRA or a money market account or something that's making up for that. So
Right. So there's no mortgage insurance payments, even though you don't put a 20% down. Unlike conventional, you'll have to pay mortgage insurance.
So no PMI,
Correct.
lower interest rates
Correct.
for these jumbo loans.
Correct.
Well, heck, I mean, you might have somebody that has a $700,000 mortgage, paying PMI, has a higher interest rate, and probably has the same mortgage payment as that $850,000 person
Mm-hmm.
who put 10% down
Correct.
because they don't pay PMI and their interest rate's lower.
Yep.
So there you go, everybody. You can afford now.
$1 million home.
Yeah. Yay. All right, cool. Well, see, that's really good information. Laura's asking about reverse mortgages.
So the reason why, she brought a very good point. Why do some people have a bad reputation or bad, I guess, feedback for reverse mortgage loans? Is because back in the day when they first started, they did not educate the consumer. And all what they've done were just giving the loans without sitting and explaining to the consumer truly what that entitles. So they just sold it as, hey, you stay in the house, you don't have a mortgage payment, and you live in the home until you die. Or, yes, go ahead and buy a home with 50% down payment, and you don't have a mortgage payment. And what they failed to explain to them is the minor stuff that is a big ticket item. For example, in order to get the mortgage loan, you have to be 62 years or older. So what happened is you had a couple that one was 62, but the other one was not. So they were not explaining to them when the other partner turned 62, they had to refinance. So people went ahead and got the mortgages only on the one that is 63 years old, and they set it and forget it. And then that 60-year-old man or woman died. And then guess what? Now the partner has to leave the house. They have to refinance it, which some of them did not qualify. And actually this made the news because the homeowners actually were kicked out of the home and they sold their houses and give them the proceeds or whatever was left over. And now the government got involved, and now that's what we do, FHA, reverse mortgage loans. In order to get the mortgage loan, well, taking an application or before you sign any documentation, every borrower is obligated to do a course, a third-party course that is, in person. You can do it over the phone, you can do it through video, and they explain everything, answer all their questions. And that course has nothing to do with the lender. It's not part of our transaction, but we do require every borrower to go through the class because the government does not want that to happen again.
And they'll
But
probably make them sign off on something.
they get a certificate that they have actually understood everything that was explained to them. I personally think that reverse mortgage is the bomb because I will get a reverse mortgage because my kids don't want my house. They want my money. I mean, that's just how it is. So what's going to happen is once I turn 62, I'll take all the 50% equity out and I put it on the line of credit as a lump sum to be, to be like deposited in my account every single month or once a year, or just take all of it out. And then the other 50% that remains in the home, it just pays the mortgage backwards, right? So let's say by the time I'm not here and I kick the bucket and there's only like $5,000 left on it. So after they sell the house and they pay the proceeds, they're going to give the money to my heirs. So one, my kids don't have to deal with selling the house, putting the house on the market. They reach out to real estate agents. The bank does reach out to the agents. They clean the house, they list the house, because the last thing you want to do is, when we are not here, the kids have to deal with all, the nonsense, right? Especially if they are not living in the same town. And I think it's amazing. I personally think it's amazing. And two, I don't have to do a mortgage payments for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I would rather enjoy my money here. I'm not taking it with me. So I want to enjoy my money, and instead of having a mortgage payment, I pay my taxes and my insurance once a year. And I can afford more home that way than if I have to buy a much more expensive house and have a mortgage payment on it. And that's personally my plan. Just make it exactly how I want the home, handicap accessible, larger showers, all that great stuff. And then just that will be my home, my forever home. Now, if I decide to change my mind and I want to buy another home in the future, then you just have to sell it, just like any other regular transaction. You sell that one, and then you buy another one with another mortgage, with another reverse mortgage loan.
Yeah, I think that's a great plan. I mean, who doesn't not want to pay a mortgage?
Right.
So,
especially when you're fixed income, so your money can just go so far.
yeah, and you're guaranteed to always be able to live there.
Yep. And then the other thing about the reverse mortgage, there's a lot of customers that I have worked with. They actually have no credit. I have other customers, they have terrible credit. Terrible credit. They won't qualify even for bicycles. They don't care. And it's amazing because it's not like it's going to cost you more money or less money. The only thing what they do is they actually they're going to plan your escrow ahead of time, and they just put that money on the account and leave it there, and they will handle your escrow, which means I don't even have to deal with that, which is amazing.
Yeah. Yep, that is a great plan.
Yeah, and sometimes when we run into issues, they think because you're doing a reverse mortgage, that means the bank is taking your home. No, the bank is not taking your home. The bank only is going to take what they own in the home. So if you owe 10 grand and they sell the house, there will be 10 grand that they will take, and then they will give the funds to your heirs. If it's $300,000 negative that is owed, and heirs are not responsible for any balance. Let's say there's no equity, there's actually $100,000 negative. Your heirs are not responsible for that, unlike the forward mortgage. The forward mortgage, your heirs have to pay for the balance. They have to pay for it to keep it.
What happens if that home is in a trust? And then it's a reverse mortgage, it's in a trust, and then the trust, and then the kids are in the trust. So everything in the trust goes to the kids. Now, are they assuming a liability in
No.
a upside down home?
No, the heirs would not be assumed. They would not be assuming any balance of that home.
Even when
But
it's
the
in a
bank-
trust.
Even if it's in trust, what happens is
Okay.
the banks are counting on the equity that's going to be earned year after year while
Right.
you're in the home.
Hmm.
That's why I think is amazing. And then when you have a line of credit, that's why when you have the money sitting in that line of credit, every year you have access to more money every single year. It's like a little employment increase in income, without even having to go to work. And I
Well,
love
nest
it.
egg. I guess you have to be careful about when, at what age you really enter into the reverse mortgage.
You have to be 62 years or older to qualify.
Right.
If you are married, and your partner is less than 62, you have to remember to refinance and add them to the mortgage loan. So when the one leaves this earth, they don't have to deal with the nonsense.
Gotcha.
They have to be on the, otherwise, if they're not on the mortgage and something happens to the one in the mortgage, then the other party had to leave the house, and the bank will sell the home.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And that's what they were in the news, showing all the people in the streets because the bank kicked them out. But all it was is like poor education from the lenders, not enforcing that the consumer needs to be educated and sign a document stating they understood everything and that they do have things to do once the other party turns 62 or older. It's not like set it and forget it.
Right. So that's only for the spouse who's under 62.
Correct. Yep.
That's it.
And Lori
Yeah.
she mentioned that when you bought your home as a first-time home buyer, they asked you to actually take a class, and they started getting away with just to be, cutting corners, not requiring that. The only time they require for you to do a course nowadays when you're doing a forward mortgage, not the reverse, but just your regular forward mortgage, is if you're doing some sort of down payment assistance program or if you're doing a USDA. Those are the only two types that will actually lender require for you to do a course. And I wish the course was actually part of the transaction because that assures the borrower that actually gets it, and it's hearing it from someone beside us as a lender or the realtor or the attorney or the title company. But there was a class and they give you a certificate, and then without that class you couldn't even get the loan. We still have to require that for down payment assistance and USDA only.
Okay. Good
I look
information.
sleepy in the video. I'm so frozen.
No, yeah, you've been frozen. Christian's telling me about a YouTube. Mention Miriam's YouTube before she goes. Home loans made easy.
Yes, so I have my 21 subscriber for the last 2 years. I still have 21. So, or more, maybe it was more than that. But what I've done now is I am interviewing different professionals in different subjects. So last week I interviewed neurologists, and for questions that the audience, I put in the social media what they would like to hear from a neurologist, what questions, and I pretty much just asked him what the audience wanted. I interviewed also a candidate for a mayor of St. Mary's, and then I interviewed, now I have coming up an attorney, a real estate attorney, to answer some questions, on homeowners insurance. So I'm going to interview. So if you guys want to know something about some specific subject and want questions answered, let me know, and I can actually invite them to my podcast and just grill them with questions for free.
Where do we find that, Miriam? Do
Was
we
it-
have do we have your link?
I put it in the chat.
Yeah, it's in the chat, and
Put it
I
again.
think it's Christian put it there. Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right, cool. Oh, there it is. YouTube.com at Home Loans Made Easy 3633.
Yeah, and there's gonna be a lot of, it's my podcast. It's called How's Your Life Looking?
Cool.
It's
So everybody go to Miriam's YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. Let's boost up that 23 subscribers. We got to get that up, Miriam.
I have, yeah, so I have 23 now. Well, that's nice.
No, I thought you told me you had 23 subscribers.
21, 23, somewhere there. Thank you, Gary.
It was 22 like 20 minutes ago. So
Okay,
Nice.
Christian said it was 22, but if
I know, I'm
everybody
trying.
wants to go to
And also,
what's your-
if your guests would like to know anything about any specific subject, I would love to know. And then, and I will definitely interview them and ask any questions that they would like to.
Hey, I like that. I'm looking at the website now. Very nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna get like a home inspector next, and then I'm gonna get a termite guy, and I would like to interview you as well. And I can go there and do an interview with you about your new project going on. I am renovation.
Thank you, Miriam.
I would love to.
I was going to mess with you and told you that you can't afford me, but when you said that,
Yeah, because I
I'd be
feel like
happy
the more
to.
I would love that. The more
Yeah.
educated we are, the better, right?
I have a new office in Ocala with
Okay,
a podcast room right in it.
that would be awesome.
Bruce wants to know, can you do a reverse mortgage on a secondary home?
No.
I'm assuming he's talking about a seasonal home or something.
Has to be a primary home, and yes. So a lot of things that I've been asked, and how they know, how the bank knows that you're not there. Well, sometimes they do drive-bys. Sometimes they have to protect their asset, but it's got to be a truly primary home.
Okay. So no 1031s. So we have your video link up. We have her YouTube channel up.
like on here.
The link for her YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's in the chat.
Homes Made Easy 3633. That's it.
Where it says HTTPS dash, if they click on that, it goes straight to the YouTube channel. Or they can search for the title Home Loans Made Easy. I put both of there in there. So there's a link and the title for the channel.
The link is for a particular video, right?
No, it goes to the channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you, guys. Do you have any questions about anything related to self-employment or even retire for people that are looking to retire in the next 12 months? If they have any
that's me.
questions. Oh, no, you can't retire, Ira. You can't. You gotta
Well, I'd
stay with
like
us.
to retire. No, I'm
But you
just
have-
kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
If you like to know a little bit about the part of the retirement, like planning also for a lot of people, they're going to retire and then their income is going to drop, but they still want to buy a house that they want, but they have another loan. So we have also ways to go around that if you're going to retire within the next 12 months, which is a lot better than retiring and then trying to get finance later.
Yeah. So make sure you do it while you're gainfully employed.
100%.
Okay.
But if there's none of the, whatever the self-employed borrower doesn't qualify, there's always ways to make it happen. But it's not going to be, if it's difficult, it's going to cost you money, whether it's on rates or isn't going to be on on cost of the down payment, or it's always there's a way, but if you can make it the most traditional
Yeah.
way possible, is the best because you can get lower down payments with lower interest rates. You can't go wrong.
Right. That's what I was going to say. So do it now. Well, let me just say, though, you have to be locked in. You can only be locked in for what, 90 days, 60 days?
Well, not the lock in the rate. You will go through the entire transaction. And the way we structure those type of customers, we deal with it a lot of in this area because a lot of people come retired in St. Mary's. What we do, we just purchase it as a second home, get financed, and then once you do that, later on you can refinance it to a primary home. But then at that point, you already sold the home. You already have all your things figured out. You don't have to go through the struggle of no income, low income, and then you try to qualify for another home here, and you try to sell the other one. So it really helps out. When I did the numbers, you're actually better off doing it as a second home as you're getting closer to retirement, and then you can go around later and refi or just pay it off.
As opposed to
An
retiring. Investment home?
Exactly. So if you buy as an investment, it's 20% down. It's much higher interest rates, right? So which means much higher mortgage payments. And there's no tax benefit on it.
Okay. All right, Miriam. We got to do that podcast. And I'm all yours.
Thank you guys so much.
Do I have to come to St. Mary's?
Yeah, come over to St. Mary's, or I'm going to go over to Ocala, whatever you like.
You're going to have to put me up in a hotel room if I come to St. Mary's.
You can come and stay in my Airbnb.
There you go.
You have the whole house for yourself with the nice lake and gators on it.
Nice. I'm not afraid of gators. I'm from South Florida.
I know.
Nothing but gators. Here's a secret nobody knows. I used to dive for golf balls at night on golf course ponds in South Florida that were filled with. Actually, I dove in Jekyll Island.
Oh, Jekyll Island, yes.
Where there's gators everywhere. So Sea Island, Jekyll Island. Me and my dad used to go up there to dive for golf balls. And gators everywhere. So I wasn't afraid.
And Gary, once you finish with the plan that we placed you on, we'll have ways around that. You don't have to, we'll figure out how we can do the rest. Have to finish the plan.
Yeah, Gary, you better do it sooner than later because I kind of see those work from home deals going by the wayside. So
I'm excited for him. He's getting things done.
Yeah, do it now. Do it now. All right, WrestleMania, thanks for jumping on, buddy. He's one of our regulars here, and he's always and so I'm just going to kind of add on to that. He says, everyone, please remember to click the thumbs up button and subscribe if you're not already. It shows Ira and team that you care, and it's free. And do that with Miriam. Go to Miriam's website. Give her the thumbs
Thank you, guys.
up and subscribe. And because she's a great source of knowledge, and she's always available. And she's available to us, and I really appreciate you jumping on this evening, Miriam.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you for having me.
We'll stay in touch.
Yep. I am here.
Okay, so if nobody else has anything for Miriam, we'll see you hopefully next week.
Yeah, I'm going to try it. I am going to actually be in West Palm Beach next week. I have a training there. It'll be nice and warm. So if I have a break, the film's going to jump in at 6 o'clock. And
get that video feed straightened out, Miriam. We'd love to see your lovely face.
I know. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened here. I may have to reach out to Christian to help me with this. I'm not sure what happened.
There you go. He'll be happy to.
Thank you guys so much. Have a good night.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. All right, cool. That was productive, I think. Always a wealth of knowledge. That mortgage environment's always changing. So we want to make sure that we stay up to date with what's going on. And that thing about the jumbo loans, that was interesting. Lower interest rates and no PMI, even with just 10% down, that's wild. Has to be over $806,500 though. All right, that was cool. Let me see. We got anything else? Hold up here. What do I got? Weather favorites. Here's my renovation company, meeting your immediate needs. You know why I say that? It is so hard to get a contractor these days. Everybody is months out before they can get to your home. We can jump on it immediately. So if y'all buy a home and you need some renovations, let us know. We're here for you. There's my little trip to Mexico. That's my screensaver there on my phone.
Yeah, I think you went back to your main photos.
That was awesome. Look at that view. Oh, I miss Mexico. Anyways, let's get back to the show here. Let's see. What was I thinking about? Mark Ryan. I didn't forget about you. Thank you for showing up. Appreciate it. Anytime is a great time to show up on the show. Wrestlers, always thank you very much for coming on, reminding everybody about the thumbs up and subscribing.
We've got 22 likes so far.
And here's the deal. I met with the team on Friday after Thanksgiving. And I pulled up our analytics for our YouTube channel. And I look up there and it says the past 28 days. And it said negative, what, 13?
No, it was 8.
No.
Yeah, it was -8, and now it is -6. So we got 2 up over the weekend.
So I don't get it. I don't know why people would want to.
1 left during our live stream last time. Because the live stream tells you how many subscribers you gained. It had -1 for the last live stream.
I don't get it.
So it's one of these guys, maybe.
I would think that you're full of joy. How's that, wrestler?
Full of food?
Put on your crystal ball. What will happen to pre-owned home prices in the villages in 2025? I kind of think that we're not going to see much of a change. I mean, I used to think that, things are really going to turn around quickly. I think there's so much work to be done in this country to get things turned around. It's not going to be immediate. It's going to be gradual. So that's just my thoughts and my opinion now from what I have seen. And, basically, what we talk about every week about the market and what goes on in the market. Where are we? What the heck? So I go to criteria and homes sold in the last 30, homes sold mean homes closed, okay? So those are homes that have gone under contract like 30 days prior and 30 days plus and are now finally closing. The real indicator of what's going on, well, not that that's not a real indicator, but when I look at what went pending the last 30 days, 42 matches. So that kind of matches what closed in the last 30 days. So 42 over here, and then sold, pretty even. So the market's been kind of staying even. Let's see what's going on in the last week. 8 in the last week closed, and 9 when pending. Okay, that's still slow. 9 homes out of, there's got to be close to 100,000 homes in the villages by now. So that to me is very slow. In a week, only 9 homes went pending under contract. That's incredibly slow. I would think there would be 20, 21 in a strong market. So double that, what we're seeing here. So it's still slow. This is why I like to keep track of what's going on, because this way we all can kind of keep track together. And if you just want to write that down and say, okay, well, 9 went pending under contract a week in the last week, and 8 closed. So there you have that consistent ratio, even though it's really, really slow and down. So that's what's going on in the villages, and that's between 350 and 500. Actually, if I take that out, I forgot I had that price in there. And golf course. Wait a minute. I think I've got a golf course on there. So yeah, wait a minute. I thought that was really low, but let's really get a real, here we are. All right, we've cleared all that out now. There's nothing in here anymore. All right, so the reality is 30. Okay, well, there you go. That's a lot better. 30 homes closed right down here, you guys. And pending 27 went pending last week. Total overall at the whole MLS inventory and market, 30 homes closed, 27 went pending, pinch under that 30. So yeah, that's a lot better. I didn't realize I had price down there. I was like, ooh, that's kind of really low. But and then if we go 30, in the last 30 days, 124 contracts were written in the last 30 days, and 130 closed. So it is the holidays, and look, between Thanksgiving and December and Christmas, I don't really expect a lot, honestly, in the next 30 days. So I'm going to write that down so I don't forget. I mean, I can go over here and probably do this. What happened in November 2nd to December 2nd? Well, that's what we just looked for. I don't want to do that. I want to go October 2nd to back. October 2nd to November 2nd. Where are we, November? What the heck? Where's November? Let's see. What is going on here? All right, so I'm just going to wipe all this out. And we're going back to here. So, like I said, October 2nd to November 2nd. Okay. So 120 homes sold last month, closed, sold. And now if we go back and we say 0 through 30, we're 130. So we're up actually the last 30 days, which makes sense. A lot of people who are looking to buy their seasonal home, they'll come down before Thanksgiving, get that home, and then they'll fly back home, and then they'll have their closing in 30 days from now, and then they have their seasonal home ready to go for them. So that makes sense to me, that in the last 30 days, there's a little more homes that closed. Let's go to pending, actually. And then 124 in the last 30. Let's kind of skip over to October and to November. And what do we have? 39. Well, that didn't make sense. Oh, let's see. Homes sold in 30 days. It went pending. 39 homes. Clear. And okay. And 1 through 30. 123. And then the month before that, October to November. No, there's something not right. We'll have to figure that one out. Anyways. All right. Back to you guys. And back to our chat. All right, the last adjustment on my channel was in October, lost 16, but gained 50 in November. You go, boy. So Wrestler lost. I don't know how we lose him, Wrestler. Plus 50. So yeah, you definitely have to get more than you lose, right? All right. So Brian, if you're still on, thank you so much for showing up. I really appreciate it. Didn't want to ignore you either. Jane, Pat and Jane, thanks so much for your input and, joining us tonight. We're going to go ahead and sign out. And we'll see you next week. Okay. Love y'all. Thank you all for showing up. You know what I might do next week? I think I might do a remote from one of the squares, but that'll be a surprise.
And we'll check the temperature first.
Yeah, we'll check the temperature. We can bundle up. But anyways, I think that's what we're going to do next week, just so y'all know. YouTube adjusts subscribers count every few months. Some subscribers leave YouTube altogether. Some get banned for some reason. All right. Well, thanks, Wrestler. And, oh, yeah, that's one thing I want to tell Christian. We need to really bump up our Rumble channel. So y'all can visit us. We are on Rumble. I don't know how current we are, but I'm going to get with Christian to make sure we are current. Maybe we'll do a remote from our Rumble channel. Can we do that?
I think they allow live stream, so we could like multi-stream, I think, to like YouTube and Rumble at the same time. So we could do that.
You need to check on that. Write yourself a little note. Okay, y'all. A lot of good stuff going on. And enjoy this wonderful December leading up to Christmas. My favorite time of the year. Actually, starting in November. My birthday, Thanksgiving, and now Christmas. And then it's time to be sad when Christmas is gone. Then we're just left with the winter, and that's it. Okay, I'm done. Done rambling. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to come back next week. I think we're really going to have a special live stream. Bye.